Kim Church, and you're watching Experience TV. We are the place to be to create exceptional guest experiences. Change. It's a hard word. Some companies see it as a bad word, but every single company is going to have to change at some point. So how do you do it? Well, today you're in for a treat because my guest is a relationship expert, Brian Church. He specializes in experience creation and change management. Brian, welcome into the show.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Now, change in business is necessary, and there's a lot of companies that have different incentives in place to change, but a lot of times they fail. Why do you think businesses have such a hard time with change?
Well, people fear change. I mean, that's not in our psychological makeup. Very rarely will someone say, hey, I want things to be different tomorrow, right? It's not comfortable. And that's why they don't do that. That's why, people don't naturally change very well. That's one reason. There's 6 different reasons, that we take a look at that now enable people to be successful in change. But people fail because first they fear it. Second of all, they're not prepared for it. Third, they don't communicate it very well. And usually they don't have a specific strategy for implementation and then execution.
Right.
And to answer your question, that's why they fail.
Now, what can a company do to change their culture when it comes to change? What are some things they can do to be proactive?
Well, first off, you have to understand why you're changing. And again, that goes back to communication. Everything's communication with regards to building relationships. If they don't understand why they're doing it, if you don't understand why you're doing it, how are you going to communicate it? And then it's never going to resonate with them. So what we use a word called metanoia. Metanoia is a Greek word for a change in the way that you think. And so that's what you have to do first of all. You have to actually begin to change the way that you see something, and as your mind begins to shift, your actions can shift thereafter. But that's rule number 1. You've got to begin to change the way that you think, and then people begin to buy into what you're doing with regards to whatever you're changing in the organization.
Right. Thank you so much for being with us today, Brian.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, that's it for today's show. I'm Kim Church. You've been watching Experience TV. I'll see you next week with a brand new show.